We're going to get to the stocks on our radar. Our man behind the glass, Steve Broda, is going to hit you with a question. But Ron Gross, you're up first. Steve's going to hit you with a question. What are you looking at this week?
I've got a recent total income recommendation. It's Carter's, CRI, dominant children's apparel retailer in the U.S. with 18% market share. They've had really strong financial performance across multiple market cycles. But now, let's be clear, they did have some weakness relatively recently. Toys R Us and the Bon-Ton bankruptcies played around with them a little bit. Some weather hurt them as well. So you have an opportunity to get in at a good price. Stock is trading only at 16 times earnings, steadily growing dividend, currently at a 1.8% yield. They buy stock back. They continually raise that dividend. I think you'll do well.
Steve, you've got children. Question for Ron about Carter's?
How important is the process of sales? Like, there's a big sale going on at Carter's. How important? It seems like with clothing retailers, everything is about everything being on sale all the time.
Yeah, that promotional, the promotional is very difficult for them because they use it to clear out inventory often. Which, if you're in the wrong place with inventory, that ends up being trouble for your margins. You want to be able to sell as much full-priced apparel as you possibly can, but often it's not the case, and they need to clear it out.
Jason Moser, what are you looking at this week?
Yeah, over the past 3 weeks, I got 2 postcards from our veterinarian as reminders that it's time for me to bring in 2 of our 3 dogs for their annual checkups, shots, tests, yada, yada, yada. Now, Chris, this reminded me that I spend a lot of money on those animals every year. Now, I'm not complaining about it. I love them very much. But
really? Because it sounds a little bit like you're complaining.
Let's go ahead and profit from the money that I'm spending, right? My radar stock is Zoetis, ticker is ZTS. If you remember, they were spun out of the Pfizer company a few years back. Zoetis develops and sells veterinary vaccines and medicines for food animals as well as companion animals. The space itself is a massive market opportunity, globally estimated in the neighborhood of $30 billion or more. Zoetis' scale and reputation in the field for excellence gives them a very loyal customer base, and also they do plow a lot of money in annually in research and development to help develop new vaccines and medications for animals. So all in all, love what they're doing. They just reported a great quarter. I own shares personally. I probably will add to that position at some point.
Steve, question about Zoetis?
So we have 2 cats. How many cats is too many cats?
2?
Matt Argesinger, what are you looking at this week?
A company I've discussed before, iQIYI, ticker IQ. This is kind of the leading streaming company in China. This stock has round-tripped from an $18 IPO price in the spring all the way to $46 and now back to about $20 today. And I think it looks pretty good to me. The company reported results this week. Paying members hit almost 90 million last quarter. That's up 89% year over year. Let me repeat that. Up 89% year over year. And that's great because membership revenue, which is the key part of the business now, up 78%, growing much faster than the growth in content costs. So as long as those trends continue, this is going to be a much larger and much more profitable company in the future.
Steve, question about iQIYI?
Sure. Does the current political environment worry you with this company? I mean, we hear a lot about China from our president.
Yes, we do. I think the headline risks about the trade war and the tariffs, I mean, iQIYI, like a lot of these companies, it's really 95% domestic China. It really has nothing to do or offer in terms of trade or transactions between the U.S. and China. So I just think the headlines have created all this, tension. They've caused the valuations of these companies to drop, and they look pretty good to me.
3 stocks, Steve. You got one you want to add to your radar?
I think I'm going with Jason Moser on this one.
All right.
You're not put off by his anti-cat comment at all?
No.
Listen, I was just going to say, man, lest I reel in emails from our listeners calling me a cat hater, I am nothing.
What was that phrase you used? Food animals? Did you use the phrase food animals?
Would you prefer I say livestock?
Yeah, kind of very queasy.
I like cats just fine. I just don't have any in our house, that's all.